Ladies and gentlemen, seeing as I've been in bed for such a long time, I have realized just how much of my time is being spent online, just watching YouTube and series, and I feel like I am in a phase of my life where I just want to be super intellectual, and I feel like I'm craving reading and writing and all these intellectual things. So I just thought, why don't I do an anti brain rot week where I just go in for the whole week having an intention to just do as much intellectual things as I can. And seeing as I'm not walking around, I feel like it's a perfect week for me to do this because I have to be in bed anyways. I have to be seated anyways. So I might as well be doing something intellectual. I finished reading last month. I've read a couple of books this month and I'm so proud of that. Last month, June, I've read The Secret History, I've read Crime and Punishment, and I've read a short story by Leo Tolstoy, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, which I read in actually one sitting of two hours only. So I was so happy about that. So I was thinking now for this week I want to continue like stacking my reading habits, and I want this week to read much more than I've been doing. The current read that I have right now is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. That's the one I'm reading. I'm reading these books as PDFs because I cannot go outside to buy the books right now. Since I began my ascent, is it ascent or descent? Since I began climbing the classics ladder and like reading books on the classics list, I had at first thought that I wanted to buy them and have them as physical copies. But now I'm thinking it's better for me to read them online if I can get them online. And if I like it so much, I will buy a copy and have just the physical copy with me. Of course, for The Secret History, I actually had bought it beforehand, and I'm so glad I did. It's properly annotated. I even began rereading it, but I didn't go far. I just got to page 50 and got distracted by the other books I was reading. Yesterday, I also finished another book known as The Comforters by Muriel Spark, and that was a weird one. I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. So this week I just want to do so much reading. Like I want to read a lot because I've realized I am not addicted to short form content because I do not have the apps. Like my phone is clear of the apps. I deleted all those apps, but I am addicted to YouTube and I'm addicted to watching series, and I just stay there. Like my attention span is getting fried, specifically on YouTube, because whenever I watch a YouTube video, I don't even get to the end. I open the comments and I start scrolling instead of actually listening to what the video is saying. So my attention span is not as good as I thought it was. You know, when you're not on short form content platforms, like when you're not watching Reels or TikToks, you might think that your attention span is so good, but it's not always the case, as I've realized. So right now with Jane Eyre, I'm in page 75 out of 691. I want to finish that book this week. Like that's my goal, to finish it. And I've been doing this thing where I alternate long stories with short stories. So after reading Crime and Punishment, which the ebook version was like 961 pages, 67 pages, I switched and read shorter books. I read two shorter books in between Crime and Punishment and Jane Eyre. So after Jane Eyre, I'm looking to also read another short book, which is by Seneca, but I'm yet to find a PDF version, which is what I'm looking for. So yeah, I bought an essay book like a week ago. I sent my sister to get me like a tiny book. I remember I was talking with a friend towards the start of the year, and I told her that, oh, this year I really want to write a lot of essays, but I never got a book to start writing essays in. So finally, that's acquired, and I've already written one essay. It's so bad. I feel like it's just showing me how much I don't know how to write like I did before. I've written one essay, and I'm thinking about like topics which I want to write about. I want to write about like think pieces, philosophical pieces where it's like you're trying to argue between two things. I also want to write like short stories. I want to like just get my writing back on spots on point, because I just realized that thinking is about to be rare. We're about to face a crisis in being able to think and write and do these basic human things. So I don't want to lose that. Like I really do not want to lose that. I've even started influencing those around me to read more And my little sister, when she comes back home, I'm like, come, every day we have to read one fairy tale. You cannot be growing up just watching cartoons and watching YouTube shorts and scrolling, and you're 5 years old. So I'm trying to also raise her to like books and to read books more. Yeah, so I want to keep on reading. I was actually reading Jane Eyre right now before I came here to kind of give you an update. And yeah, I've just decided by the end of this month, I'm going to be so intellectual. I'm going to like know so many things. I'm going to have written a lot of things. And that's a goal of mine that I want to work on actively, because I'm really worried about my addiction to YouTube. It's crazy. It's crazy because sometimes I just open YouTube and I'm just scrolling the FYP. I'm not even clicking anything. I'm just scrolling the FYP, adding things to my watch later bucket, which I will never open. And then, yeah, I spend 30 minutes just scrolling on the FYP. That's weird. That's weird. What's happening to me? So, yeah, I'm just going to keep on reading and I will update you when I'm done. These days, when I'm reading, I like to start a stopwatch so that I can see for how long I'm reading and I can see how fast I'm reading. It's not like it really matters to me, but I do like to make progress in the books that I'm reading. I don't like to just read 10 pages, 10 pages, 10 pages. It's easier for the plot to flow when you're reading for longer periods of time. So right now being 10, 11, I'm thinking I can go till 12 and maybe take a break at that time. Oh, also, I crocheted a little bag. I made a little crochet bag that's so cute. I don't know if the video is has already come out before this one or maybe after this one, but I made a little crochet bag. So if it's before, this is a spoiler. Yeah. Okay, it's currently 11:50. I've reached page 129. It got really cold, so I was reading in bed, and the story is starting to like actually get pretty interesting. I have always loved reading stories where like the students go to school and it's a boarding school, because we just get introduced to a whole new universe in that school. And yeah, so far so good. It was very sad, the last bit which I've read of chapter 9, because one of the character's best friends dies of typhoid, no, tuberculosis. And it's so sad to think about how in the past things like typhoid and tuberculosis were actually life threatening because they did not have medical advancements and all that. So I'm going to take a break now and do something else. I have been writing down some notes on my little book. It's something I started doing to kind of have a physical record of the soft copy books which I read, because normally, like with Crime and Punishment, I was just annotating on the PDF itself, and I have that PDF version like saved and I can be able to go back to it. But I feel like having physical notes is also something important, because when will I ever go back to read a PDF which I've already read? It doesn't make much sense. So from this book, my commonplace book, I just, because it has this clips, I don't know what they're called, it has these, so I just unclip a page and I keep it with me as I read, and I keep on writing things. I've also like gotten into the practice of checking words which I don't know their meaning, like new words, and writing them down, because I'm not just reading for the sake of reading. I'm reading to actually gain knowledge and skills and to also like improve my vocabulary. So yeah, I'm going to take a break now. Do something else. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just need a short break. Also, before I forget, if you are looking for a place to find free ebooks, I recommend Planet ebook and a few others which I don't really remember right now, but I might add them. Like I might just put the poster which I found on Pinterest right here for the website where you can find these free books, just in case you're wondering where are you getting them. They look so good. You can already see it's seeping through. Here I want to make a cold brew, just simply using normal coffee. Rosemary. Oops, some magic there. Looks nice. I don't know how the peach and lemon will taste. Does not look like it will be good. Look at that cream. Good morning, this beautiful day. I have the coffee I was making yesterday and I'm having it in this tall glass. I've not filtered the coffee grains, they're still at the bottom and I feel like it gives it a nice look. However, I have to not disturb it so that they don't rise up. Concerning the book I was reading, I am currently in page 160, I think. I did not make so much progress, but what I was glad about yesterday is the fact that I took some time to sleep during the day. And that might seem so weird that it's an accomplishment, but yes, it is. Because of being used to just watching things now all day, taking some time to sleep is like, congratulations. And for the better part of the afternoon, our Wi-Fi was not working, so I also took time to just sit and do nothing, literally just sit with my thoughts, which felt really nice. And I took some time and journaled a bit in the night.